So in previous part, I told you about servlet. So now I'm going to create some HTML pages, then some Java logic here. So mainly it consists only HTML pages and all things. You can also create JSP here. So what is JSP is basically Java servlet pages, which uses some Java language inside HTML. So here I'm using only HTML pages, but you can use JSP logic here also. JSP page consists HTML tags, JSP tags, some expressions also. So JSP has more advantages on servlet part, but for the understanding purpose, I'm going with JSP. So here I'm considering only two part, like admin, which has role to add librarian, and librarian is going to check all the student records and everything. So you can also include some student method also here, but as a considering student method is very complicated here, you can go with two parts only: admin to add administrative actions and librarian to manage everything. So this is all about how we can create JSP. So JSP is having advantages more than servlets, like it's extension of servlet. It's again easy to maintain, fast development, no need to recompile and redeploy again and again part. So this is all about JSP. JDBC is Java database connection. So as we know, this is very crucial. Like we don't want to include in text file. We just want a database here. So database consists different types of tables, database and etc. So I'm using here only a relational database, not PLSQL or anything. Relational database, and I'm going to use relational SQL queries only. So JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. JDBC is an Java API to connect, execute, and query with the database. So each and every database is already created. The developers already created JDBC connectors for Java API. As Oracle consists OJDBC with 14, 10th version, newer versions also are available with that purpose. Also, MySQL connector is for MySQL. So these are two examples of relational database. If you go further with MongoDB and different database, you will understand that there are JDBC drivers available on the internet. So there are four types of database. For Oracle database, it's thin driver basically we are going to use, and ODBC MySQL is bridge driver. Then native driver, network protocol drivers are used for different purposes. So we can use JDBC API to access tabular data stored in the relational database with the help of JDBC API. So we can save, update, delete, fetch data from database. So we can use that part also. So let us see what is JDBC API. So JDBC API is nothing but Java application connector, which connects JDBC API and JDBC driver, and JDBC driver connects to the database. So it will be very helpful to create a database connection. So let us go to IDE. As I told you, I already created this part, but no need to worry. I will explain each and everything. So I am using this bootstrap CSS part. As you can see, this is my bootstrap CSS file. So nothing but I am just adding bootstrap file here and this main.css. And this is all about the JS. So it's nothing but consists these types only. Let me close this part again. Okay. So you can just directly use and download it from the internet available. I'm using default things here now, and I am also adding some part also here. Forget about this, but I'm adding some images here with some things, as you can see, for my SQL connection and everything. So close this. Okay. So it is landing page or first page index.html. Don't change this index.html because it's already written in configuration files, everything. As you can see, manifest and everything are written. Index.html is basically the loading part here. So in this part, this is welcome page. I'm printing the title. This is my style sheet. I'm creating navigation bar. So you can change this also with different things. but for this purpose I am putting as index.html first part and everything. And this is home. For admin and librarian I will change it again, because I'm loading this only, so I'm printing in the same part, I can use this only. Let me change to this only and this only, because I'm printing in the same. If you want to change in another part, like if you want to create some another thing here, you can use that part also. And let me mention the class also. Okay, you can create different pages for admin and librarian, but I'm creating one single page. I'm collapsing this part, and this is my e-library. Let me capital this part, then this part. Okay. Okay. So this is all about these things. So I'm creating admin login page here. Don't worry, these all things are related to tags with class and rows. Admin login method is post again. And what I'm creating form with action admin login. Remember, form action should be with some proper name, or we can say with some default, not ABC or something. It should have some proper name, because we are going to create some part also there. So my suggestion is you can create this admin login inside another part. Let me mention this. Okay. So I'm going to use this logic. Servlet is, I'm going to tell, in while writing the servlet part, I'm going to create some packages and sub packages for uh, like you can see that there are some, we are going to create some more servlets, so, or Java logic, so it will be very hectic to check each and every part. So for that purpose I'm going to use this servlet with email, then this is basically label, then input time, then another with the password. Similarly, for this purpose I'm going to put here servlet dot librarian dot login, because I'm going to create inside that only. And this is, I'm submit part. So this is all about how we can create index.html. So this is basic thing I'm going to create. So after this I'm going to write a logic for servlet.admin login. Servlet.admin login, let me create one servlet here. I'm not going to go with default package, I'm going to create another package here, Java package, name as servlet, finish. So this is my new default package. Inside this I'm going to create admin login method, not JSP. After you right click, the new dialog box is open. Servlet I'm going to create, name that servlet, new dialog box will be open. Then click next on that dialog box after giving the name. Add information to the deployment and descriptor, click yes and click finish. So once this is done, you can see servlet consists admin login part. You can change this and delete this part also. Let me add here admin login. So let us write this part step by step. So let me add some or import some libraries, which is basically import java.io.star I'm using here. Then I'm going to use here servlet, Java X servlet basically. So import, as I told you, you need to Java X servlet dot star. So I'm in, doing these steps and I am just importing. I need HTTP part also here, so I will use this and HTTP dot star. So okay, so I will put here as importing libraries. That's it. So now we are done with this. Let me write this part again, because we are going to override this only. So it will take time to check everything. So as you can see, it is let me close this part. Oh, why it is not okay. Okay, it will remove that error later. uh, oh, uh, I'm not going with this. Okay. It will not going error if you are doing this. Let me zoom this and let me close this part also. So create public, we are going to create class basically. So basically our public class is basically public class admin login, which is we are going to create admin login here with extend http servlet. Let me copy this part always because and again http servlet, not only servlet, http servlet you are going to mention here, http servlet. Now we are mentioning this. Let me add one protected void here, do post method. So okay, let me cancel this and type it again. Sometimes it gives error because of some part. Let me add it again. Server dot, you can remove this part again because it's no longer required. Okay, servlet, sorry. Okay, now we are done with this. So let us write a logic here basically. So in next part I am going to tell how we can create a logic here, but before creating a logic, let me write some part here and I will tell you what is this part. So this is nothing but web servlet part here. Basically we are just overriding this part, so we need to mention this web servlet. If you don't want to mention, you cannot mention also, no need to mention this again and again. So we created response and this, and we need a get writer to print something on similar page, which is admin section and everything. And I'm going to create HTML page inside this only, which is basically admin section. We can say admin panel here only. So I am taking a request from string, which is basically connected to the that part, fetching request. I'm fetching the request. So if you want to give another strings also, you can do. So what I'm going to do, admin will ask for fetching that part from HTML, and this I'm creating logic for login. So if you don't want to put some default here, you can add it to the database. But for the security convenience, I'm going to check from direct things. So I will, what I will do is here, I will print here string e1 is equal to admin dot mail at the rate unv, which is basically nothing, unv.com. No need to check each and everything, or I can change this part also. Now what I'm going to put is string p1 is also admin123. So this will be the password and username for login admin. I will put here credentials for admin page. So this will be the credential for admin page. So now you will understand I am going to create if else part here only to check each and everything as simple Java. So let me use that if else part and you will understand this. So this is very easy, useful thing you can use here. In further part, I'm going to create some librarian methods and issue book, login librarian and each part. So for further development, I'm going to use Java servlets.